All right, y'all. Nice talking to you for here for a good minute or so. This is just a little podcast, a first time thing. First time for everything that me and Dante were doing off of the NFL predictions. The video was recorded Saturday, the 10th, I think. It was either Friday or Saturday, the 9th or the 10th of September. It's going to be uploaded today, Sunday. I know it's like, off putting and everything. But yeah, we did it that day. But yeah, besides that, I hope you all come in, enjoy just listening to us talk back and forth. It's just a podcast. I know a lot of you won't be interested. But yeah, it's just like a good talk. No games, no memes or anything, just us talking. But besides that, thank you all for coming into the first podcast. We might make more if this one does relatively well. We will make more. But besides that, thank you all. Peace.
List.
Yeah, we can start off with your list.
Yeah, I got you. All right, put the Bears. I'm gonna start with rebuilding teams. Put the Bears on the bottom.
Okay.
Put the Falcons on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Put the Lions on the bottom. I like the hype around them, but they're not gonna be good again. They still need a lot of pieces. I don't like Jared Goff at all at quarterback. That's the Bengals. Lions. Yep. Texans at the bottom.
The Texans too?
Yeah. That's
Titans. Fuck.
Texans are the ones next to the Packers. If you see it, the red logo.
Right. These aren't the usual logos, bro.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Seahawks.
Do you think the Seahawks are going to be in rebuilding?
Yeah, they don't have Russell Wilson anymore.
Right.
Saints, I don't think are going to be that good. They have Jameis Winston, freaking 30 picks year.
Yeah. So they're definitely, with the 30 picks, just going to go into rebuild state.
Yeah, Jets aren't good.
Ooh. You're getting all of them.
Yeah, well, I'm just telling you which ones are the worst here. Jets are not going to be good.
Am I fucking skipping over them? Oh, Patriots?
Yeah, bottom row, green logo. Yep.
Oh, Jets.
Right there.
Damn.
New York Giants, right next to there. New York, that's Vikings. Yep. All right, and then let's go to borderline teams. Missing playoffs.
Missing playoffs. But just barely. I feel like, even though... I don't know. Missing playoffs. Go ahead.
Well, I would, instead of missing playoffs, I would just call borderline teams. You know what I mean? Like, I think these teams are going to miss the playoffs, but, like, just barely.
Okay.
All right, you ready? All right, let me see my playoff list here real quick.
All right.
Okay.
I will say one of them, or my Cowboys, I will say. Actually, I'll save it for later.
Oh, you can actually go ahead and put the Cowboys in borderline teams. I don't have them making it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think their offense.
Oh, trust me, bro. I wasn't going to have them in division winners or the Super Bowl. I was going to have them in a wild card team.
Okay. I would put the Panthers. I think the Panthers are going to be a lot better this year. I don't think people are giving them enough credit, but I don't think they're
credit of what they've done. Yeah.
You could actually put the Browns in the rebuilding teams too. I missed them. Browns are top row. Yep. Put them in the rebuilding teams though, because I don't think the Browns are going to be that good. Because listen, the Browns traded for Deshaun Watson, who's a really good quarterback, but had all those allegations. So he's going to be suspended till like week 12, and they're going to have a crappy quarterback till then. So I don't think that they're going to do that well. Borderline teams. Let me see. I got the Titans missing the playoffs barely. Right, bottom, right next to the Commanders. Yep. I got. Do I have the Eagles making it? Yeah, okay. I have the Rams just missing the playoffs. I know this is surprising. They just won the Super Bowl, but I have them missing it. And this is a little. That
is a hot take right there, bro.
Yeah, this is a little cheating. But I watched the last game they played against the
Yeah.
Bills, like
Yep.
Thursday,
Yep.
bro, their O-line is Swiss cheese since they got rid of
That's
Andrew
true.
Whitworth.
That's true.
And also, they traded away Von Miller, so now it's just Aaron Donald on the front line now, and that's it. Like, literally. And Aaron Donald's a beast, don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah, a hell of a beast.
If you don't have any other complementary pieces
that can support him, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have... Oh, dude, you ready for the other hot take?
Oh, brother.
I don't have either of the Super Bowl teams from last year making the playoffs.
Really?
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
What is your reason? Do you think it was just like a lucky season, or?
Listen, as a Steelers fan, I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna call me biased, but listen. People look at the Bengals and they're like, they're so good. The Bengals O-line still isn't proven to be great.
Yeah.
He got sacked 7 times against the Titans. The Titans, they don't even have a top 5 D line. Also, their defense, as much as people flaunt it, I don't think it's really that good, to be honest. They have a bunch of weapons: Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon. But honestly, that's what I see. I see a talented team without structure. And I think structure is what gets you to the playoffs. And then from then on in the playoffs, talent's what makes you advance. So I think that's why they went far in the playoffs. But to getting to the playoffs, to stay that well prepared, I don't like Zach Taylor, their head coach. I think it was kind of a fluke season with him. We'll see if I'm wrong or not. But honestly, also in that division, you have my Steelers and you have the Ravens. The Ravens, I think, outright are just a better team. Like, half of their team was injured, right? I think the Ravens have a top-tier defense. They have Marcus Peters. They have so many people on the D-line. They have a solid O-line. And they have freaking Lamar Jackson, who I think is very underrated. And I honestly have him in, like, the top 3 quarterbacks in the league right now. I just think he got screwed last year because so many people on that team were injured.
Yeah.
So I think the Ravens are going to win that division. And then my reasoning for the Steelers, you can put them in division winners as well. My reason for the Steelers being ahead of them, and you can put Steelers in wildcard teams, is because the Steelers made the playoffs, like, against all odds. With a crappy O-line and the worst run defense in the league, they made the playoffs with a quarterback who couldn't throw past 20 yards. So now look at what they got. They have this dog in George Pickens who's only going to increase the wide receiver room and I think might have a solid chance of winning Rookie of the Year for offense. Mm-hmm. They have Miles Jack, who they got from the Jaguars, a stud linebacker to help defend the run and improve that situation. And they have Mitch Trubisky, who I think, honestly, is better than Big Ben. He's going to be better than Big Ben has been the last couple of years since Big Ben got that elbow surgery.
Yeah.
So I don't see a reason why the Steelers would be that drastically worse. Like, I get that the AFC is a lot tougher, but I'm going to take a Hall of Fame head coach and, like, staffing with a solid organizational run, like, team over, like, a really talented team without any structure. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have both of the Super Bowl teams missing the playoffs.
That is crazy, bro.
I think they're just barely gonna miss. All right, like it's not like fantastic. Okay, what else? Do I have the Broncos making it? I think I have the Broncos just missing, and my reasoning for that is just because I don't like their O-line that much. Von Miller's not on that team anymore. I don't really know their defense that well, so I can't vouch. I like Russell Wilson, but it's his first year, first time getting the scheme and stuff and getting those plays. So I don't see why he would win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have them making it. You could put the Raiders in borderline teams. I don't think they're gonna make it.
Oh.
I just think there's teams better than them on here now. I don't think the Patriots are going to make it either.
Really?
Dude, they got crushed by the Bills last year, and I didn't see them make any improvements in the offseason, so I don't know what would be different.
True.
Are there 14 teams left? Because there's 14 teams that make the playoffs, so how many teams are left there?
13.
Okay, 13 plus 2, that's 15, so I got to get rid of 1. Dude, who is on here that I didn't put? I have the Bills, I have the Packers, I have the Colts, I believe, yep. Chiefs, Chargers.
What do you say about the Vikings?
Okay, I'm just going to tell you the teams I have. All right, you ready? NFC,
okay.
This is what I have as division winners. You ready?
Okay.
I have the 49ers winning the NFC West division. I think they're honestly... Actually, you can go ahead and put them in the Super... I think they're going to...
Really?
Listen, half of the people on that team were injured too. And I think they also have one of the best defenses in. And despite Trey Lance probably starting, I think he'll be good enough with the run defense, Deebo Samuel, and everything on that team to be good enough to reach that. Also, the NFC, other than the Bucs, I think it's kind of an easy conference to get through right now. Because, like, a lot of quarterbacks left from the NFC to go to the AFC. I think the AFC is going to be a lot harder of a conference. So I have the 49ers in the Super Bowl. I have the Buccaneers winning their division. I have the Vikings winning their division. Whew. I think they're going to upset the Packers. And my reasoning for that is I think Devontae Adams is going to be a huge loss to Aaron Rodgers. The receivers haven't been doing so good in training camp. But at that same token, you can still put the Packers in wild card because I do think they will make the playoffs just because that's how much respect I have for Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I think he's going to be a back-to-back-to-back MVP. I say he'll win the MVP again this season. Damn. I just think he's on a different level. And I think he'll be able to elevate his team enough to push them in the playoffs, but I don't think they're going to get very far in the playoffs. And then for the NFC East, I have the Eagles winning. I think they have
division winners?
Yeah, I think they have a young, stud defense. I like Jalen Hurts. He can run, he can throw the ball. He has a year of experience now. They got rid of Jalen Riggs. I think that's the team that... Didn't they get A.J. Brown from the Titans?
I think, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, so that only helped, right? So I think they'll win the division. And I'm not going to lie, but I kind of feel like the NFC East is kind of the... no, I won't say that because I can't remember what the other divisions are. But that's got to be one of the easier divisions to win, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, so I have those as division winners. I have the Packers in the wild card. I have the Cardinals in the wild card. I think they're going to be... Oh. I think they're going to be great. I like Kyler Murray. He's awesome. I still like their weapons, like their defense. I think it's really good. It's just about if Kyler Murray can actually put it together this year and study film and all that. Because if he can and he shows it, then I don't see any reason why they can't even make a deep run in the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here comes the pick that I feel like is going to piss off Nice. Because I don't have the Cowboys making it, but I have freaking Carson Wentz and the Commanders making the wild card instead.
The who?
The Washington Commanders.
Oh, hell no.
Listen.
Bro.
I think that, okay, I still think they have a top 5 D-line in the league, right? I like Chase Young a lot. I have so much respect for their defense. And on top of that, I feel like Carson Wentz, I don't know, I just feel like he's got to be motivated. He's got left by 2 places now, right? I think Ron Rivera is still the head coach there, so I'm gonna trust he knows what he's doing. But listen, the NFC is not that strong, and I actually looked at the Commanders schedule and the Cowboys schedule, and what it came down to for me is I just think the Commanders are gonna beat more of the teams than the Cowboys are. I was looking at both of their schedules, right? I think that the Cowboys are gonna have a harder time. I'm not gonna lie, it definitely came down to those 2 teams. But I just ended up going with the Commanders. Alright, and then for the last teams here, we got the Bills. You can also put the Bills in Super Bowl. I think it's going to be Bills versus 49ers.
Woo! Actually, I could see the Bills.
Yeah. I'm not. I feel like they shouldn't be that surprising.
Yeah.
Colts, I have as division winners. I think they're gonna win the division over the Titans. Okay, this is a little bit of another hot take, especially considering how good.
Is it going to be about Kansas City?
No, it's going to be about the Jaguars. I think the Jaguars are going to make the playoffs. I think they're a wild card team. I also think they're going to have a top 5 D line. I like their secondary. And Trevor Lawrence has to be one of the best quarterbacks, not to prove himself. And it's not his fault last year because his head coach left halfway through the season because he was a freaking molester. You know what I mean? As a rookie quarterback, you really need that steady head coach. And the Jaguars just got the head coach from the Eagles who won the Super Bowl with them in 2016. Dude, I think the Jaguars are going to be a sneaky good team. Chiefs, I have making the playoffs, but I think they're going to be a wild card. I just don't think they're going to have as many because they don't have Tyreek Hill. So I think that's going to make the offense a little bit more one-dimensional. But I still think that Patrick Mahomes is good enough to get it done. I think Andy Reid's a good enough coach to get it done. Yeah. Chargers, I actually have taking that division with the Chiefs in it. I think the Chargers have been up and coming for a couple of years. I like Justin Herbert a lot. I think they just got someone else. Oh, I can't remember his name, but it's someone really good. They still have Derwin James. They have freaking Keenan Allen. They have all these guys. Austin Eckler, one of the best fantasy running backs in the league. I think they'll do pretty good. Dolphins for the first time in a long time are looking good, but I don't think that the Dolphins are gonna make the playoffs this year. I have them barely missing. I think the Dolphins are going to be one of those teams this year that's going to be reliant on the last game, right? They're going to help that a couple things, they're going to be down to the last wire where they have to win and someone else has to lose. I think they're going to be really close to making the playoffs. I really like Tua and Tyreek Hill being on that team now. Just makes them more explosive. That's my playoff prediction list. Just make sure there's 14 teams on there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 14 right there.
Those are my teams making the playoffs right now. And my Super Bowl prediction is 49ers versus Bills. And I think the Bills are going to beat the 49ers. There's my playoff predictions. It's kind of a hot take a little bit, but I think that's what you guys do. I'm not going to be boring and just go with teams that are favorites to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look at the Bengals. The Bengals went off last year, and everybody had them as a 3-win team. You know what I mean? Stuff changes, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, so, yeah, you can go based off of yours now.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll download that motherfucker right there. All right. So, kind of for the same reasons of your rebuilding teams, I'm going to have to kind of copy, a lot of them there.
Yeah.
So let's go through them. So, wait. No. What? Where are they at? Oh, there we go. Look at there's the Texans.
And listen, I think the lines are improving, but I'm not calling any team a rebuilding team if it has Jared Goff. I don't like Jared Goff at all.
Really?
No, I don't think he's good.
Wait, what do we call this one? Borderline team, right?
Yeah, just missing the playoffs, pretty much. Yeah.
All right. Here's what I see. For me, I'm gonna start at the Super Bowl. Now.
Okay.
Now this is just me, right?
Yes, sure.
Well, like you said, the Bills, I'm gonna put them there. But I really do feel like, even though they were playing hella bad their first game, I feel like the Rams could go back. That's just me, though.
Fair.
I feel like they could go back.
They have a lot of talent on their team.
They do. They have so much talent on that team. I feel like it's just like one of those first games back, you know, to where you're gonna play bad, but then you know you'll end up, you know, building like how you were last year. Moves on to this year, you know.
They have the benefit because I think the NFC is drastically easier than the AFC too, especially this year with how much movement and trades that have been going on. Like, I think they're gonna have an easy time. I think their only real competitors are gonna be really like the Packers, the Buccaneers, like the veteran quarterbacks in the NFC. The reason I didn't end up putting the Rams though, like I said, was just because the O-line. It was just such a big
O-line, yeah.
But I think if we can get past that, I think you're right. They have so much freaking talent.
Yeah, you get past the O-line problem, and then you have like pretty much a stacked team.
Like, even if they make a trade, you know, like even if they're able to trade someone they have for like a solid O-lineman, like that'll improve their O-line.
Exactly. All right. Then we'll go on to the division winners.
Yep.
For me,
first division you have is NFC East. All right, you're taking the Cowboys.
East. I'm taking the Cowboys just for like how they did last year. They got up there, right? But it's gonna be like another one of those years to where we get bounced out of the first round or first game.
Okay.
Maybe they might make it to the second game. Maybe. But that's just me. I feel like it's been a very decent trend among the years of that we get there, but we always just crumble every time.
Fair enough.
All right.
Let's go next division, NFC South. In the NFC South, you got the Falcons, Panthers, Saints, and Buccaneers.
Yep, Saints and Buccaneers.
So far,
I feel like
Brady's coming back. Can't really bet against him, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly where I would put him up there.
All right, next one you got.
Then we got, the NFC. Yeah.
NFC West.
NFC
you got
West.
The Cardinals,
I have the
49ers. Oh wait, you already picked the Rams.
I already picked the Rams going to the Super Bowl for that one.
All right.
So then we have North. Yeah, we have North.
Yeah, so you got the Packers, the Vikings, the Bears, the
Lions. Yep.
Who do you think's gonna win the division out of that? Packers, Vikings.
We already have the Bears already down there in a rebuilding team.
And you have Lions.
And we have Lions there. So it's down to the Packers and Vikings.
Yep.
I'm gonna go Green Bay.
Okay, that's fair.
That's me. Like, maybe they might be able to pull something off. Maybe, hopefully, later down the season, they're gonna be able to make a few trades here and there, get more pieces, and then boom, they might win the division. But that's so far for me.
Okay.
And then
let's go.
We have to go to the AFC now.
You got AFC
so we have
North, Bengals, Ravens, and Steelers. You already have the Browns and rebuilding teams.
Browns and rebuilding.
Steelers, Ravens, or Bengals. Who do you have winning the division?
I believe this is the one that you picked, but I'm also gonna have to go with the Ravens.
Okay. Why?
I don't know. Just so far from what I've seen, they're looking pretty solid. Like, just overall, they're looking actually really solid. Just as a whole team together.
Yeah, absolutely. You got the AFC. All right, the Bills are in the AFC East. You already have that.
Yep, we already got the East down.
The AFC South, you have the Colts, the Titans. I think the Dolphins. AFC.
The Colts, Titans, Texans, and the Jaguars. If that's right, I believe it is.
Yep, that sounds right. Texans, Colts, Jaguars, Titans. Yeah.
All right, we already have the Texans in rebuilding, obviously.
Yep. You got the Colts, Jaguars, and Titans. Who do you think's gonna win that division?
This one might be a little harder, but I'm gonna have to go with the Colts. Yes, during preseason they're 1-2, but that's preseason. They're mainly letting their young talent try to go out there, see what they do, to see what they can put in the regular season game, right?
Yeah. Listen, the Colts were going to make the playoffs last year.
Exactly. The Colts were going to make the playoffs last year.
They lost to Jaguars in the last year, and that's why they didn't end up making the playoffs.
Exactly.
And that's also, I think, part of the reason why I did put the Jaguars in the playoffs, because I think everyone was scoffing at them. No, I think Trevor Lawrence is really good, and I think that they do have talent on that team, and I like that their pick this year. They built up the D-line and made it, in my opinion, the top 5 D-line. But I still think the Colts are going to win. They have Jonathan Taylor, who's was the best running back last year.
Yep, easily. And then we have the AFC West, right?
Yes, sir. And the AFC West, I'm going to say it now, to be the toughest division in this year.
Yeah. I feel like we were saying, all of them are going to, like, in my opinion,
Listen, every team in the AFC West on their own could very well make the playoffs. Just
easily, yeah.
Listen, they have Patrick Mahomes, they have Derek Carr, and Devontae Adams now from the Packers, best wide receiver in the league, in my opinion. They have the Chargers. So that's going to be probably the toughest pick. Who do you think's going to win the division, though?
I feel like the division is going to be the Chiefs. Now, that might be without Tyreek Hill, yes. I feel like one player loss, even though it was a major loss.
I think he's really major for them.
My goodness, I was shocked that all that went down.
Tyreek Hill, in my opinion, I think Tyreek Hill is the best non-quarterback offensive player in the league. So I think it was huge for them.
Oh, definitely. But I feel like it could go from Kansas City or the Chargers. But for me, I feel like Kansas City will win that division.
Okay.
Now that we got, the division winners and the Super Bowl out.
Yep, you got wild card teams. You got 6 wild card teams to
6
pick
of them.
from.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Maybe start with the NFC first.
The NFC? All right.
Yeah.
All right. So from here, wild card teams. I feel like the Steelers.
You actually do think the Steelers are gonna make it?
I do, yes. Even though
because I feel like a lot of people don't think the Steelers are gonna make it. Like,
really?
That's why I feel like mine was a hot take.
Yeah.
I think mine was a hot take, to be honest.
Yeah, piggybacking off of what you said,
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much exactly what you said. Kinda.
Chargers, yeah. I think they're completely solid. I agree with that.
Yeah, Chargers. Like I said, it could go either way from Kansas City to Chargers. Yeah. All right. Who do we still have?
Got the. Okay, you got one more AFC.
Okay. Wait, you said AFC?
Yeah, you have one more AFC and 3 more NFC.
Okay. Which one for the AFC again? Fucking, wasn't it Raiders?
What's up?
You said AFC, like one more out of all the AFC, right? Or
yeah, so out of the AFC teams you have there,
it's the Raiders, right?
Yeah, you have the Raiders, you have the Dolphins.
Raiders, Dolphins,
Bengals, Jaguars, Titans, and Patriots.
All right. I'm going to kind of just put them in the wild card of borderline. I don't think the Raiders are going to make it. Neither the Broncos. I feel like, I guess I haven't seen too much of what compared to other teams.
That's true.
And then
Alright, we got the Bengals, Jaguars, Dolphins, Patriots, and Titans.
I feel like the Bengals are gonna make one of the wild card teams. Yes.
Yeah. So you do have the Bengals making it over Jaguars, Dolphins, Patriots, and Titans. Just want to double check.
Okay.
So then put them where you think they should be. Do you think they're gonna just miss the playoffs or be rebuilding teams? And let me ask you,
Jaguars are going to go borderline, is what I think.
In the division standings, you have the Ravens, Steelers, Bengals, Browns. Who do you think's going to be number 2 and number 3? Because you have the Steelers and Bengals both making it. Obviously, Ravens are number 1 because they won their division.
Yeah, they won the division.
Do you think the Steelers are going to be ahead of the Bengals a little bit, or do you think the Bengals?
I feel like the Bengals are going to be ahead of the Steelers.
Okay, that's fair. So I would flip them then.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I would put. So if you want to make it easier on yourself, put the Dolphins next to the Patriots, and then put the Titans next to the Patriots as well. And then those are the AFC teams that you have to put in either borderline or rebuilding. And then you
so these three right here.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Borderline or rebuilding. All right. Let me think about this. Titans would go there. Dolphins would also. Patriots. I feel like that they're going to be another one of the rebuilding teams.
You think they're going to have a rough year? Hey,
I do.
I can't fault you for that one. They don't have any wide receiver talent, in my opinion.
They really don't.
I think they have a decent O-line, and I like their quarterback, Mac Jones.
Like, just overall, like, the offense, it's just like they're not coordinated at all with each other.
No, and it's because Bill Belichick is a defensive coach, right? So he has that defense. His defense is no good. For offense, all he has, in my opinion, is a decent O-line, not even that good, in my opinion, and Mac Jones. No wide receivers, no running backs. I don't see that being that good. So I agree.
Yeah. All right. Now, Cardinals.
What do you think?
Right.
What do you think they're gonna do? They have Kyler Murray. They have J.J. Watt in the D-line. They have freaking what's that guy's name? Shaquille Barrett or whatever.
I think so. Yeah. And where could I put them? The Cardinals?
Yeah.
Any of these three, right?
What's up?
Could they go in any of these three? Or am I tripping right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have 3 more NFC wildcard teams you can pick, and they're NFC, so yeah.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Definitely don't see them being that bad to where they would be a rebuilding team. If they're going to miss the playoffs, they're just barely going to miss it.
But I have them making one of the wildcard teams.
Okay, fair.
Fair?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think I had them making the playoffs too.
I think you did.
Panthers. You have freaking decent wide receiver talent. I think DJ Moore is their leading receiver. He's solid. Over the past years, we haven't really been able to fully see what the Panthers have been able to do because they've had crap quarterbacks. They've had Sam Darnold and somebody else I can't remember. But this year, they have Baker Mayfield. And Baker Mayfield, as I wouldn't say he's a lead or anything by any standard, but I also wouldn't say he's bad. Like, he's definitely probably the most capable quarterback they've had in the Panthers team
in the past few years. Yeah,
you know what I mean. So we could actually see what they can do this year, in my opinion.
Definitely.
So yeah.
Your Mayfield and Sam Darnold. I do feel like they're gonna come up short. Just by like a game or two is what I feel like.
Okay.
All right. Then we got the Vikings, Eagles, San Francisco, and Washington. Eagles, Out of these 4 teams, San Francisco, based off of what I seen last year, I believe they whooped the Cowboys' ass in the first round. I believe that's who we played first, right?
Well, yeah, you had to because then they played the Packers and also beat the Packers.
Yep.
I do feel like 49ers got the championship game because I think that's who the Rams beat to go to the Super Bowl last year. So yeah, they were solid.
Right.
And they had injuries. They had injuries too.
They did, yes. I'm putting them in the wild card.
Okay, that's right.
Based off of what I seen last year, based off of
Yeah.
the few games that I've seen this year.
There's still a wild card because we saw Jimmy Garoppolo, who wasn't great, but we have not seen anything from Trey Lance, who they're gonna start. He's gonna be starting for the first time, right?
Yeah.
He's a rookie quarterback that they've had sit for the last 2 years.
Coming off fresh.
We don't know what he's gonna look like, right?
Yeah, we really don't.
So yeah, that makes sense.
Then we got Vikings, Eagles, Washington. All right.
Remember, this is your last team you have making the playoffs.
Yep. The last one out of these three right here.
Yes, sir.
I'll also have Washington making the playoffs.
Really? Over the Eagles?
I know. Very hot. But
I even think the Vikings are better, but okay. That makes sense.
Really?
I guess. I mean, I had them making the playoffs, the Commanders, but yeah, I want to hear your reasoning.
I feel like it's just close though. Maybe not though.
You can't put Eagles now.
I know. I just put them right beside them.
I just wanted to hear your opinion. Let the people know what you're thinking.
Yeah. All right. So the reason Washington, right? Yeah. I have them being one of the wild card teams. Playoff. I might have to change it. Hold on. Yeesh. Yeah, yep. Literally what I'm going through right now. Actually,
what is?
I'm changing Washington going down.
Okay.
To being a borderline team. I had to think about it for a minute. But yeah.
Alright, who do you think's gonna make it? The Vikings or the Eagles?
Vikings or the Eagles. Now I believe for you had both of them. I believe you had them both.
I had all three of those teams making it. I had the Vikings, Eagles,
and Washington.
So you can't go by me, bro.
I know.
So that's up to you, bro. Just whichever team you pick, let us know why you think so. Mm-hmm. I will say, the Vikings obviously have Kirk Cousins. Eagles have Jalen Hurts. But the Vikings also are going against the Packers team. Eagles are going against the Cowboys and the Commanders, who I think are probably closer matched. Because the Vikings have the Bears and the Lions in their division, who I don't think are very good. So it could very well come down to those 4 games against the Lions and the Bears versus the Eagles having to play against the Commanders and the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, it might come down to the toughness of divisions.
I feel like the Eagles will make the playoffs. Vikings won't.
Okay.
Now we'll start off with the Vikings. Ooh. I actually haven't read up much about the Vikings. Don't they still have
Vikings have
Kellen Mond?
Top 3 running back. Vikings have a top 3 running back in the league, in my opinion. They have Dalvin Cook, absolute beast.
Cook, right?
They have Anthony Barr, I believe, one of the top linebackers in the game. In their defense, they have Harrison Smith, one of the best safeties in the league. They have a solid defense. Their offensive line, from what I can remember, was a little shaky. But Kirk Cousins has been a really underrated quarterback the last couple of years. I know it's Kirk Cousins, but he's had solid freaking stats, right? He just I think it's been the consistency, his receivers and whatnot. I think they still have Adam Thielen, who's obviously solid. He's made the Pro Bowls last 3 years, I believe. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Eagles have Who did they? Hold up, let me see real quick. I can't remember who the Eagles.
AJ Brown, wide receiver.
Oh yeah, Eagles have AJ Brown. That's right.
AJ Brown. Yeah.
They have Jalen Hurts. So
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. Kirk Cousins. I think he's better. Jalen's O-line is, like, in my opinion, a top 10 O-line. I also think the Eagles' D-line is decent. I think they still have Fletcher Cox. I know he's getting up there in age, but he's been solid. I know he's obviously out of his prime, but he's a good rusher. I don't know their secondary that well, but they definitely have weapons, especially with AJ Brown now too.
AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, yeah.
Oh,
Devonta Smith. Oh. Dante? Hello?
Sorry, that was an accident.
Oh, you're good. Freaked out over Devonta Smith. Yeah.
All right, so do you think that's good?
I think this one is good.
You like your list?
Yes. I like my list.
And say, who do you think's going to win the Super Bowl between the Bills and the Rams, and why?
Bills and the Rams. Now,
you have both
this
of them in
one,
the Super Bowl.
This one might be like a whoa. You sure about this, Nice? But I feel like the Rams are going to be able to win it once again.
Okay.
Since 2004, we haven't seen, a team go back-to-back and winning the Super Bowl. Since 2004, I believe it was. I could be wrong. I think so, yes. Okay. I just feel like...
Wait. 2004, it wasn't... Wait, no, Steelers won in 2005.
Yeah, Steelers was...
Search that up really quick. What's the last team to go back-to-back with Super Bowl championships? Search that up really quick. Because I'm just curious. Now that you said it. I think it might be the Patriots, but I just want to double check.
Yeah, like I was saying, the damn Patriots in 04 and 05.
04 and 05, okay. And you're saying you think the Rams can go back to back?
I feel like the Rams can go back to back. Like, yes, we were saying, like, the O-line was concerning based off of, like, what we've seen so far. But we don't know with any of these teams. Like, one of the damn rebuilding teams that we have down there could surprise us and somehow make a wild card team. We don't know, because, like, we don't know about all these injuries that might be coming up. We don't know, like, just what teams that might eat, like...
But I also feel like in the same argument, you can't really predict injuries. So
exactly. You can't predict a lot when it comes down to these teams. You can only base them off of their roster, their current roster at the beginning of the season, and see how you can go from there.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I'm saying, like, the Cowboys, they might not even make the playoffs. They might not. But I have hope. That's my damn team right there. I have hope that we can at least, win the division. Now, a lot of damn Cowboys fans would be like, oh, they're going to the Super Bowl. No, I do not think nowhere in the slightest. I think, like, we can even put them at the end here. I don't think that they're going to be any of these division winners right here. Yeah. I just don't think so. Like, okay. We've seen Kansas City. They're just quick. We've known that.
Yeah.
We've seen, like, us beat a lot of these big-time teams, but then lose to a lot of these, like, teams that we should have won against.
Yeah. That makes sense.
It's just like the Cowboys, they have great games.
Like posers almost.
Exactly. So they could be a pretender.
Who do you think that the Bills and Rams are going to beat to get to the Super Bowl? Like, who do you think is going to be the NFC Championship and the AFC Championship against them?
All right. So for the Bills and... Ooh.
Yeah, who do you think the Bills are going to beat to go to the Super Bowl and the Rams?
Yeah. I feel like, and this might just be me, I feel like it might be the Bills and the Chiefs.
Okay.
That's what I'm going off. It could either be the Bills and the Chiefs,
I know how you said,
or maybe the Bills and the Ravens.
I know how you phrase that. Like, it might just be me, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think that's that much of a hot take. Like, the Chiefs are a really good team.
Yeah.
Like, they still have an elite quarterback in Patrick Mahomes. Like, that would make sense. That makes sense to me. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Like I'm saying, it could either be the Bills and the Chiefs or the Bills and the Ravens.
Okay.
That's what I feel like. But I'm kind of now like maybe leaning on towards the Bills and the Ravens. If the Ravens, yeah, I might have to go with the Bills and the Ravens.
All right.
I feel like it's going to be a good game, to watch. It's going to be a really good game.
Yeah, that sounds like a really good game.
Oh, easily. And then the Rams.
Yeah.
Now, like I've said, the Cowboys, they might not make it to the damn division championship, right? I'm not going to go with the Cowboys, but
well, this do have division championship. This is the conference championship.
Conference,
division
conference. My fault.
It's the game before.
Yep, the game before. Yep.
So yeah, you could have the Rams versus the Cowboys, Rams versus the Bucks, Rams versus the Packers, Rams versus the Cardinals, 49ers, or Eagles.
Sorry, repeat those. I kind of zoned out right there.
All right, so you got the Bucks, Packers, Cowboys, Cardinals, 49ers, and Eagles.
I'm thinking, and I might have to go with the Eagles.
Okay, that would definitely be interesting. You think the Eagles are gonna make a deep run?
I do.
Okay.
Even though they're not the division winners, I feel like.
That'd be pretty exciting.
Huh?
Hey, I live close to Philly. Like, that would definitely excite the fans. Like, by me. So.
And I know people might be sitting here like, "What the fuck is Nice talking about?" And I'm like, "Bro, I'm going with what I think. I'm going with what I've seen so far."
Have a team every single year. You have at least one team that comes out of nowhere, right?
Exactly.
How do you expect teams to get better? Eventually, every team becomes good. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, if they do a solid job of developing, like, teams' eras end and other teams' eras begin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, you got teams like the Steelers, teams like the Patriots, who are, like, consistently making the playoffs, or at least getting close to making the playoffs. But why is that? That's because of coaching. So that's why it's really hard to predict the playoffs anyway, because it just comes out of a wild card of, like, okay, where do you think that the teams that have been bad in the past few years, like, how do you think they've done developing? And basically what Nice is saying is he thinks that the Eagles have developed their team nicely. Also, the addition of A.J. Brown is probably going to be huge. I'm not going to lie. So
that's exactly what I'm thinking. But then again, like, I know people are probably going to be like, "Oh, the Bucks, you know, the Bucks this, the Bucks that." But I feel like, you know, even though Brady was saying that he was going to retire last season and he was on pursuit to retiring, I felt like that was that signal right there. Like, maybe his body is starting to, like, not be able to take, you know, making these deep runs anymore. Like, me and a lot of people have talked about this. Like, if he gets hit once pretty hard, he might go down for the season.
He might go down for his.
Exactly. That's why he always grabs it and throws it immediately. Because, like, that constant, like, fear of being at that age, which is remarkable, he's still playing at that high of a level. But I feel like, could be the Rams and the Eagles, could be the Rams and the Bucks. That would have to be the two. The Bucks would have to, like, because we don't know yet. It's kind of like on the NBA topic with LeBron. We have not seen him decline yet, but we have, in a sense.
Yeah.
Like, if you put like younger, like rookie Brady against now Brady, it's like similar but different, very different, and how like played from back then to now.
I don't know if you want my hot take. If you're taking rookie Brady versus like now Brady in a game, I'm taking older Brady.
Oh, and I would too. I'm just saying, like, off of how like they play, like it's always gonna change.
I think weirdly, Brady's prime, like I think the best he's ever been was the year they beat the Falcons. Dude, he was just incredible.
Yeah.
Like, I think the year where he like fully gained experience because he's like already so old, so he has more years than anybody else at the quarterback position has ever had.
That's
so
true.
He can just diagnose like schemes so easily. Plus, like Brady has, honestly, I think that's Brady's best tool. Like, I'm not gonna lie, he's not athletic quarterback, right?
Yeah.
But he has a solid arm, and I think the reason he's the greatest of all time is just because of his mind. I think he has the best mind out of any quarterback that's ever played, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Like, and when we're talking on the topic of Brady, when he grabs it and then immediately throws it, he doesn't make bad passes.
No, he puts it on the money.
He puts it on the money. And it's either like one of the receivers accidentally doesn't grab it, or like a defender swats it out of the air. But most of the time, we see those plays go on.
He's not a gunslinger either, which makes sense with his head. Like, he's not afraid to throw a check down, right?
Exactly.
Like, if it's not covered, he will throw a check down and get those 5 yards. He's very, meticulous with like the yards gained. He'd rather go for like 4 yards gained every down to get the first down every time versus going for 20 yarders that have more of a chance of being incomplete.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that makes sense. Do you think the Bengals, or not the Bengals, the Buccaneers or the Eagles?
Let me speak. While we're talking about it, I'm gonna have to go with the Bucs.
Okay, Rams versus Bucs and Bills versus who again?
Wasn't it Bills versus damn Ravens?
Ravens, that's what you said.
Bills versus Ravens, yeah.
Alright, I think that's good. Yeah.
I will say this. If the Cowboys, and this is a very big if the Cowboys, because we've all known they're a fourth quarter team. I believe a majority of people can agree on that. They play sloppy in like the first 2-3 quarters. Or, wait. I'm tripping, right?
What?
Isn't it 2 halves, right? 2 halves?
You got 2 halves, yeah.
2 halves, yeah. I'm thinking of fucking quarters right now. My fault. In the first half, you don't see the Cowboys actually, play well. But then as soon as we're nearing, like, the 5-6 minute mark of the second half, that's when you see the damn Cowboys actually start elevating, playing better.
Yeah.
I feel like if they can come out with the intensity as they do to finish games, like at the end of a game, throughout the entire game, I feel like that they could do a lot better than they've been. I feel like, we won't have these petty losses that we see against like rebuilding or borderline teams, or like, just teams that we shouldn't be losing to. And then I feel like we can give a good run for a run for their money on the teams that are higher up, that are gonna be better than the Cowboys. Because so far like the Cowboys have been getting to the playoffs based off of like winning, like sporadically, I guess you could say. Like, a lot of people would question like their run last year to get there, like, oh, they shouldn't have been there, and I kind of agree, because they did not play well coming to like that half, like end of the half of the season. I don't feel like that they played well at all, and that's coming from Cowboys, man.
From side to side, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Watch this.
Put both windows next to each other. There you go.
All
so
right.
which one's mine again?
We'll start from the
right.
Yep, yours is on the right.
So there you go. Here's a final look at both of our playoff predictions.
And like we said, we could be completely wrong about this, but this is what we're predicting based off of what we've seen and based off of what we know so far.
All right. Can we make a bet really quick?
A bet? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, like this. Do you want to go off of like the Super Bowl teams?
No. This is going to be very, very unlikely, right? I'm going to make it very unlikely.
Okay.
All right? If all of your playoff teams make the playoffs, I'll give you $50. If all of my playoff teams make the playoffs, I'll give you $50. Oh wait, no.
Wait.
I just said I'd give you like stars. I was just like, all right, bet.
Bet it doesn't win for me.
No.
But I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
If all of my playoff teams make the playoffs,
yes.
Yeah. Vice versa.
So we'll remember this.
It's not even like I feel like that's fair too, because both of us, like, we don't have all the favorites making it, right? Like, we have some upsets that I'm looking at.
Exactly.
Too, yeah. I definitely do think mine's definitely more hot take-ish than yours is, but I just want to go exciting, you know what I mean? Like, I think these teams are up, and I think that's what you gotta do at the end of the day.
Yeah, right. Well, alrighty. This is gonna end it off for our football or NFL predictions for the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.